We're living in a moment where machines can generate words, art, music, ideas, and answers faster than any human ever could. AI can write essays, compose songs, and solve problems in just mere seconds. The danger isn't that AI exists. The danger is that we quietly surrender the muscle of our own minds. God created human beings not merely to consume information, but to think, imagine, and create themselves. After all, Genesis 1:27 tells us that we are made in the image of God. Now, what is the first thing Scripture tells us about God? He creates. He speaks worlds into existence. He designs beauty. He orders chaos into meaning. To be human is to carry and to reflect the creative nature of God Himself. Creativity is not optional. It's part of our design. When we let a tool do all of our thinking, we're not outsourcing tasks, we're risking dulling a gift God intentionally placed within us. Proverbs 2 says, "Make your ear attentive to wisdom. Incline your heart to understanding. Seek it like silver. Then you will understand the fear of the Lord." Notice the verbs attend, incline, and seek. Scripture assumes effort. Growth requires engagement. Wisdom is not downloaded instantly. It's pursued. The Bible never celebrated shortcuts to understanding. It celebrates disciplined thinking. AI can be a calculator for the mind, helpful, efficient, and powerful. But no one becomes strong by watching a machine lift weights. Muscle grows by resistance. In the same way, the human mind grows through struggle, reflection, and creative effort. Romans 12:2 says, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Renewal implies activity. We're not passive recipients of thought. We're participants in shaping our minds. If we allow every question to be answered instantly, every paragraph to be written for us, and every creative decision to be automated, we slowly train ourselves to stop wrestling with ideas. And wrestling is where insight is born. Throughout Scripture, God invites humans into creative participation. When God instructed the building of the tabernacles, Exodus 35 describes the artisan filled with skill, intelligence, and knowledge and craftsmanship. God didn't bypass human creativity. He empowered it. He partnered with it. Creation is a collaborative between divine and human. The age of AI does not remove our calling to think. It increases our responsibility to guard it. Philippians 4:8 tells us to actively choose what occupies our minds. Whatever's true, honorable, just, pure, lovely, commendable. Think about these things. That's what Paul tells us. Thinking is framed as obedience. Attention is a spiritual discipline. If we surrender attention, we surrender formation. So how do we maintain the ability to think and create? First, we must use AI as a tool, not a substitute. A hammer extends the hand. It does not replace the builder. AI should sharpen our work, not erase our efforts. Second, we must practice intentional mental exercise. Read deeply. Write without assistance. Solve problems slowly. Create something imperfect on purpose. God never required perfection. He invites participation. Third, protect silence and boredom. Some of the most creative moments in Scripture happens when in the wilderness. Moses is in the desert. David is in the field. Jesus is in solitude. Silence is not empty. It's the soil where imagination grows. Psalms 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness restores perspective. It allows thought to mature instead of being constantly replaced by stimulation. And finally, remember that creativity is stewardship. The parable of the talents teaches that gifts are meant to be multiplied, not buried. The mind is a talent. Imagination is a talent. If we bury them under convenience, We're not being efficient. We're being unfaithful. AI is not the enemy of thinking. Passivity is. The future will be belonging to those who combine tools with wisdom, technology with character, and speed with depth. We honor God not by rejecting innovation, but by refusing to let innovation replace the human calling to reason, imagine, and build. Because long before there were machines that could generate ideas, there was a creator who entrusted humanity with the privilege of thinking. And that privilege is still sacred.